can I say, a necessary evil without sounding too terrible about that, but I do not like tubs. I just do not like them. Well, hopefully you can see a little Maya down there. I'm going to open the door, and of course the moment I pick up my camera, my phone buzzes with a message for me. But I am going to see if my girl would maybe like to come on out, because I think she's made a mess. Well, somewhere. Can you move your booty? Can you move your booty? And, oh, hang on. This door is a little bit stiffer than the other one. Maya? Hey? How do I know you've made a mess? Because you're laying there, number one, and I fed you a couple of days ago. So, I'm not expecting like a big poop anywhere, but maybe a little bit of urate. Because I can smell it, but I just can't see it. So let me get this out anyway. At this particular point, should have done this before I actually went in there. There's Jessie chilling out. Oh yes, I can see you've made a mess, hence why, as you can see, in her warm hide, that is. So would you be liking Mum to clean that out for you? I think you just might like me to do that somehow. Let's get this water out as well. When did you make that mess? Because you didn't do that last night. Well, before I went to bed, because I actually refilled their water bowls. It's hot, and I just like to change it in the morning and then change it again before I go to bed, so I know that they have really nice fresh water going on in this particular heat. Here, Mum, pull this out, and I'll pull this out. For just starters, you're going to go and hide on me. Is that like I am not coming out, Mum? So, but you will be. Excuse me while I get this over into the rubbish bin, at least. And no, I didn't bag it because I will be emptying the bin because it's full. So it'll be out in the big bin very soon. But yeah, she's made a mess over there in the corner. So come on, sweet pea. I'm going to give this a good wipe out today. So you could come and hang out on the jungle gym. You're nice and cool there. At least you're not boiling hot. Hey, and it's such a, trust me, a boiling hot day. Outside is absolutely really terrible at the moment. And see, that is how easy it is to get, sorry if it's a bit blurred, but dark. And I'm going to actually let little Maya have a little bit of time hanging out on the jungle gym. And she can hang there while I actually clean out her enclosure for her. And you know, that's what I've said about jungle gyms, just how convenient they are, and really how much I use it, especially when I'm getting them out because I need to clean up their homes for them. It is so much better than what I see as getting them out, sticking them in a tub and sticking them back home. Of course, I will have a little bit of one-on-one with me and Maya before I just put her back into her home anyway. But this is certainly something for them to enjoy while I'm doing whatever I need to do in their enclosure. And that's kind of a subject, you know, enclosure or tubs. Of course, speaking from somebody that just has snakes as my pets, and I'm not a breeder at all, and I don't have an abundance of snakes, and I really only have 8 enclosures to care for, you would see it as, well, that's too easy. It's easy to have enclosures when you only have 8 snakes. Try having 100 and maintaining them and looking after them. And I totally agree. Maintaining and looking after 100 enclosures would be, yes, very impractical, would it not, and very time consuming. So tubs are, yes, a necessary, can I say, a necessary evil without sounding too terrible about that. But I do not like tubs. I just do not like them. Is that because, you know, if I had a ball python or 8 ball pythons, would I use tubs? No, I would not. I would still have them in enclosures. If I had 100 of them, I would certainly have to consider using tubs, of course. But I'm just sitting here and not really showing you very much of my girl, just me behind the camera yabbering. Not that you can see very much of her, she's down there in the shadows. But yeah, tubs or enclosures, it's all about you and what's practical for you and what's more convenient for you to use. But I personally would hate to see my carpet pythons spending their life in tubs. I don't think they were meant to ever be in tubs. No matter what you put in that tub for them, it cannot be anything like an enclosure for them, where they have an abundance of room to move and thermal regulate and stretch out. But anyway, I see the practicality. I see a lot of reasons behind them. You know, if I end up with 15 odd babies, if I breed Lily, I really want to, but if I do, of course they're going to be in a tub. I think for babies, they're perfectly fine, and they're really quite good for them actually, to help keep them feel safe in this world. they soon outgrow that too. But anyway, guys, from my girl who we did not see very much of actually, but I guess that's what you get for putting them up on a jungle gym that they can climb and explore. They don't sit there just like a lump on a log. They do like to cruise around and have a look at things, and just some good exercise, a little bit of enrichment time. So guys, take care of yourself and your family and your friends, your snakes, and all your animals. Ciao.